السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وتعالى وبركاته. أنا ما بعرف لو في زول هيجي but I just want to share some of my story or situation that been happening to me since 2023 until now. As maybe many of you already have known, that I'm in a basically war with oppositions, like mostly all of them. I just want to come maybe make a small recap just to let people know. I've been distant from community, let's say been distant basically from everything that could be called a normal life. Okay, so first, from 2023, I cut myself out from the community. Like, I do not attend any of the event, anything that being held as community events or anything like that, graduation party, whatever. So second, from that time I haven't been going out. Basically, like, I've been pickled, or like, I've been grounded in my house. I don't go places, I don't go shopping, even for my groceries. I don't do nothing. I'm just staying home since 2023. I've been at home this whole time. I never go any place. So basically, it's like I quit my life. Like, I just quit my life. Why? Because I did not feel safe to go anywhere, especially any events in a community, even when it's very, very important. Let's say, like, I have a lot of my families, like, death, close, close families, and I still didn't go because I truly did not feel safe. So this whole time, for last few years, I've been been pursued by opposition. They really want to kill me. Okay, so like I said, basically I'm in war with opposition. If anybody want to know why, basically because they want me dead. And those like I posted in my Facebook for so many times. I have people after me. And some of the I'm not going to say some, but all of them are known to South Sudanese community. The first thing that I want to say, this thing started back in 2023 when I first joined the opposition, and it was the UCC, United Concerned Citizen of South Sudan, that was led by Walatak, and then later by Deng Didayok. However, let's say back in 2023, there was a strategies from all of the opposition that they want to, convince people or make people go outside, to rally against the government so they can overthrow the government, just like it happened in other countries. But then it didn't happen. Why? Because Salva Kiir put his foot down and he brought out tanks, on the street and scared people. And that was when Michael McQuay said his famous line, saying that we do not have a rubber bullets, we have the actual bullets. So nobody actually went outside. So when that fell, for the opposition to convince people of South Sudan to go outside to rally against the government, then they changed their strategy like 180 degrees. They changed their strategies from let's unite as a South Sudanese so we can overthrow The government lets the people of South Sudan and the opposition. If we stand together, we can overthrow the government and all that. Then, when that didn't work, on August in 2022, actually 2022, they changed their strategies. Okay, they changed from let's do this as South Sudanese to uh, who's the problem in South Sudan? They said it was Dinka. Dinka was the problem in South Sudan. So now they came with a hate speech against Dinka tribe, and that fired in social media, particularly Clubhouse, and that was started by who? By Edward Achik. Okay, there was Stress Jupe. There was so many people that time that if all of you guys might know, they started this saying that gang are the issue of the South Sudan. South Sudan fell because of gang. All the leadership in the government, all of them are Dinka. They're the one that doing the corruption, stealing the money, land grabbing, raping other tribes, and all that. So that was a shock to me that they switch, literally switch 90 degrees or 180 degrees. So after that, I actually was against the hate speech, as well as many people. A lot of people were against the hate speech. But particularly later on in 2023, I seen those people, that were talking the hate speech, or let's say the opposition. Basically, people were rounded up. Okay, there were oppositions, and then there were government supporters, and then I start hearing that that there were floaters, people that did not belong to opposition or did not belong to government supporters. And I did not know, actually, they actually thought, we're talking about people like me, because I genuinely was there to fight for people. I really did not care to be in opposition to begin with. Also, I saw a lot of opposition were actually doing the same thing as the government was doing. They were dividing people. They were instigating war between Abiy and Tweed Mayardit and all that stuff. So I was shocked. How come opposition that want to replace the government are actually doing even worse than what government is already doing? So therefore, actually, those opposition leaders, or such as Yen Matthew, Edward Achek, and all other people, they hated me. Okay, they hated me because I did not like the hate speech or the instigation war between Abiy and Tweed Mayardit and all that. So then I found myself in a different road than my own party, which is the UCC at the time. So when I saw they were not really, they didn't mean what they said, at the end of the day, all of the opposition really did not care about what people, were facing. They really don't care. They just there for themselves. They just there to, maybe one of those days in the future, they will be the government in South Sudan, and they're going to be doing exactly the same thing as this government is doing. So when I realized all of the opposition are in it for themselves, I was, found myself in a different road, in my own road. So, so many things happened, and we got in some clashes, maybe, Edward Achik and so them. And I kept hearing consistently from people such as Clara Martin and Miss, who I forgot her name, but they kept saying every single time they will see me or meet me in one of the room, okay, they will repeatedly say, some people are gonna die, some people are gonna die, a lot of people are gonna die. So I did not know who and why would people die. Like why are you guys saying this? I did not understand that. But then a year later, I realized they actually meant the flooders are gonna die. That is a targeting going on. You know, people are being targeted, are being killed in cold blood. Okay, those they call it the process of elimination. You know, there is people that have to be eliminated, and I was one of them. To make this clear, sometime I have conversation with a guy named Yen Matthew, and I'm not going to go to his background because I know a lot of people know Yen Matthew. Yen Matthew, on his phone call that he was talking to me one time, I was talking to him about some issues in South Sudan and stuff, and this war between tribes and stuff. Anyway, I don't know exactly what he said, but I remember what I said. I said, I really do not want anybody to die in South Sudan. When I said that to Ian Matthew, he went quiet, like completely quiet for a good few seconds or even a minute. And I kept calling him, hey, Yen, and he did not respond for a long time. Then when he started talking, his voice changed so much. He wasn't like, he didn't seem interested to continue the conversation and stuff. That was one phone call. Another phone call with Ian Matthew. He said, Awien, I'm gonna put your name in a red book. And I'm like, what is red book? Then he said, basically like the people that are going to be eliminated. He asked, should I put you in a red book or should I put you in a black book? So one book is for people who getting raped, and another book for the people who are getting killed. So I got so frustrated from just hearing him saying things like that to me. So that was one. Another one, it was when I have problem with some. It wasn't just me. It was a bunch of people having problem with that guy named Edward Achek. So little by little in Clubhouse, I started feeling like all the people that I knew starting ignoring me. Like I will say hi to someone and then they will just act like they didn't hear me. Like all of them. And so people start like ignoring me, like I did not exist. Second, Edward Achek, and instead, like he have fight with so many people, but then he went and put me as the number one enemy for him, even though a lot of people were like after him. And then he have that one room, he, opened that room, and it was titled multiple lunch, but one target. And then he have his PTR saying, if you don't like person, you have to delete them from life. And that time, he actually meant me. He meant me like when he have problem with people, he doesn't, the only thing he would do, he would delete them. So with that being said, I will bring you guys to this thing that I just learned as was happening, that if when the any leader or the opposition or government officials in South Sudan, if they don't like you, they will send your name to a group called, they call themselves in real in social media here, but in reality they are what call the unknown gunmen. So if the opposition don't like you, if they want you dead, if they want to get rid of you, they will send your name to the unknown gunmen. And unknown gunmen is not only in South Sudan. Unknown gunmen is not only in South Sudan, but right now they are all over the globe. And to be clear, unknown gunmen, if you want to know who's unknown gunmen, those are the people that did not come here as immigrants. Even though few of them came and actually they joined the unknown gunmen, and I know those people. But the first unknown gunmen, they came here with the visa from South Sudan. They did not come as immigrants, but they came like maybe student visa or whatever visa that they came with. Those unknown gunmen then, when my name was forwarded to them, they started attacking me on social media each day, every freaking day. I felt like I was up to my neck with them, and I did not know them. Number one of them is Mary Akuch. Okay, there were so many people that were after me in social media, including my cousin Ijurugam. I'm not gonna say the rest of the story, but I will come back later and I will throw everything on social media, because those people want to kill you in cold blood and they don't want the public to know. So since I'm still here, I am going to air out every freaking thing that I know about them, because I don't fucking care about them. Since they want to kill me, I am going to expose everything that I know. They came after me. I did not, that time, I actually stopped my activities in Clubhouse because of them. I backed up, but they still pursued me, and to this date. So I'm gonna go to a few details that the experience that I have during the 2023, 2024 up to now. Few of them. One thing that I want everybody to know, because people are still dying. They're still killing people, okay? How do they kill people? They kill you with like a heart attack, but actually it's not a heart attack, okay? They poison you, they put something in your water or your food. Then you will start peeing, going back and forward, peeing like few times an hour. And that will go on for like few days, few weeks, until your body cannot handle it no more. You will be withdraw, like your body will be so exhausted. Okay, and then what? Okay, your blood glucose will go up. You will have high blood pressure. Okay, your kidney will be somewhat damaged. You will have a very high level of toxicity in your blood. You will have toxic from the stuff. So between your way to the bathroom at night, especially like 3 a.m., you will fall. You might fall in a bathroom. Then you would die from heart attack. It would look like heart attack, but basically it's the medication that they give you, the poison that they put in your water. So I want people to know that. I want people, if you have any issue with Edward Acheg or any one of those people, Yen Matthew, or any one of the uh, opposition, if they don't like you, if you're a fluter like me, you're not really in opposition like them, and you're not a government supporter, because those people are safe. If you're a government supporter, you're safe. If you are in opposition, you're safe. If you're just a person that speak out for, like, for the benefit of people, you know, they wouldn't like you, especially if you're not there for yourself. Okay, so that's one thing they will do to you. They will eliminate you without anybody knowing. They will kill you in a cold blood. A lot of people have died. Their strategies, okay, they kidnap people in South Sudanese events. If you went there, you will just disappear, and you will be found after 2 weeks or 2 months. You will be found dead on the street. And that happens so many times. It happens so many times. A lot of kids of South Sudanese today are dying that way. Shouldn't we be asking ourselves, why are our kids dying? Who's killing those kids all across the US? A lot of kids are dying. Why aren't the South Sudanese communities standing up and pursuing this? Call investigation, private, investigator or something. Let's stop this. But then a lot of people know, and a lot of people are like, they don't want to talk. They don't want to. Like right now, a lot of people that I know, they don't care about me because they know exactly what I'm going through, including my own freaking family. And at this time, I really don't care about them too. I do not care about them, but I do care about those people that end up dead because of the opposition. Opposition is killing people in a cold blood here in US and across. In South Sudan, you can't even mention it. Why? Because if they want you dead, they will kill you today before tomorrow. So if you have a problem with them and you start using the bathroom, peeing frequently, you have to know that, you might die soon if you don't seek treatment from, hospital or something. And a lot of people die with heart attack. Basically, it's not just heart attack. It's something that they put in their water. So that's what I want to share today, and I will come consistently, and I'm going to talk about them, a lot of things that they did. I was put in hospital, okay? So I started having that issue, like I said, during the 2023 up to now. I've been going to emergency room, and each time I have problems. And the first time, it was last year. They were so sure that I was gonna die. But I could keep like, oh, if you go to the bathroom frequently, one of those days you will die, something like that. So from their own post, I learned that me going to the bathroom is not just a natural thing. It's something actually they did to me. So one night I fell, okay? I blocked out and I fell down like for a second or a half of a second. I did not know myself. Then I woke up, I found myself on the floor. So I knew my body's not gonna handle this for long. I went to a hospital, and then for my surprise, my glucose was through the roof. And my blood pressure was all the way high. And I have magnesium, high magnesium, calcium, and all that, so freaking high. So that time, doctor told me that you're a pre-diabetic. That means I'm gonna have diabetes soon. I have diabetes if I'm not careful. So the doctor gave me medication and all that kind of stuff. I was kept in hospital for like 3 4 days and 3 nights, or 4 nights, 3 days, something like that. For my surprise, a year later, when I checked my blood, my glucose, it was 50 compared to the time when I was hospitalized, when I was in emergency room for, for like few days. The doctor told me that I was pre-diabetic. But then, few months ago, I was again in emergency room, but this time it wasn't the same stuff, but it was related anyway. But then my glucose was so low, was like 50. Like my sugar level was 50. But then I remember when I was back in school in early 2000, like 2007, 9, and 10. I was in medical. I was taking medical assistant. I was in college. That time we practiced on ourselves as a student. Yeah, like I would take a blood of my colleague, and they would take my blood. So that time, consistently, my blood glucose was always low in a class, and everybody was like, "Awin, how you have a very low sugar in your blood? Like that's so amazing." So I've been having like a very low glucose until that time that my glucose went over the roof. So I knew this is not natural and was not normal, especially at that time. And then even today, my glucose still very, very low. But anytime my glucose shoot over the roof, it means something was inserted in my drink. So this stuff is not a joke. People actually should know this. Like, I want people to know, anytime you have a problem with those people, they will kill you and you will die with a heart attack. And basically, it is not heart attack. It was something that was put in your drink. So anyway, I came here today to share my story because I want people to know why why I'm not present in South Sudanese events, in like a lot of bika I did not go. Okay, في يعني أي بika حصل في يوتا هنا أنا بقيت ما قاعد أمشي من سنة 2023. Okay, even though I was supposed to go, but I did not go. Okay, and most importantly, imagine like in the beginning of this year, okay, I lost my husband. Okay, I lost my husband. He passed away last year, December 30th. And it was so painful. I couldn't go because guess what? That time they kept saying that they're going to be buried in one coffin because they wanted me, they wanted to kill me that time so they can bury me along with my husband. And I know also they're behind it too. So basically, this is just a very short that I can brief everybody who's listening of what been happening to me and why I've been so distant from people and why I haven't been going to South Sudanese events or even active in social media and stuff like that. Not only this, another reason why I tapped out from Facebook, because those people would be in my Facebook. Like right now, I'm sure they're on my Facebook, in my account. Okay, they're in my Facebook, in my account. Like I can prove it. All of my social media, they're in it. They hacked all the system in my own home. Not only that, everything that I do here, they can hear it. Like that is, I have no privacy no more. Like everything I do in my house, they hear it. Like they think that they have a complete control of my life. That's what they think. And that's why they want to kill me in a very cold blood, so no one will know what happened to me. First of all the things that they put in food can, like, if they want to kill me the way they've been trying, it's so I can die with a heart attack. I've been very, very, very healthy most of my life because I do eat healthy. I cook at home, I do exercise, I do a lot of stuff to keep myself healthy. But then, since they've been interfering with my life, I've been having so much problem. I've been having so much problem. If I was someone else, I could have even killed myself from how much they've been, like, harassing me. Anyway, the last thing that I will say, I went to the police, okay? I went to the police and I reported all this. Even though I didn't report the way I wanted to, I just wanted to go and talk my mind out with the police. So I did. One thing that the police told me today, that it seemed that this issue is so huge that they cannot do much about it, that I have to go to the FBI because it's like political issue. So I am gonna be reaching out for FBI, and I will do all my best to expose every last of them in here in US or across the globe or wherever they are. Those people, I can't tell you guys how much they tear apart my life. And now I have issues with my own families. People hating me that I don't go places, like I don't attend, like, sad events and stuff like that. But they do not have an idea that my life is under threat. Like if I would have to left the house back in 2023 or even in 2024, I could have shot dead. That's how bad they wanted to kill me. And they were not shy about it. They share every single thing in social media. They did not care. Only for last few weeks that they did not share abroad, like, openly what they're doing. But now they're just coming at me. Like right now, like for the last 2 months or less than 2 months, it's my first time I've been free to go do things for myself or go get groceries from the store on my own, not ordering stuff from online. And weirdly, I've been followed by people. I will see cars following me, not any cars, but cars that have like a shade window, a window that you can't see the person inside. And not only that only following me, but like a car will come like straight at me, and then just by a very millisecond that, they don't hit me. But I'm not gonna stop. I'm still gonna go out to get my own grocery store and stuff. I mean groceries and stuff. But I know they've been following me. So anyway, I came here today and to share my things that been happening to me. And I really, like, I know a lot of people know, but they're quiet about it. A lot of people know this, but they're quiet. So I came here to share my story, and I'm gonna come with more stories on this. I'm not gonna be shy, because those people, I gave them a really long time. Like, I shown them, like, I'm not gonna share, because one time I spoke to one person that, related to me. I'm like, look, those opposition are after me, da 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 da. The person told me, like, well, they just don't want you to talk. So I haven't I haven't been talking. The things that I share is because I have to. I haven't been talking. Since then, I stopped, my activities in Clubhouse. Partially, I do not post much or even fun stuff that I used to be. Even my energy changed. Like even in Facebook right now, or few months before, like I haven't been myself. Why? Because those people are watching every little thing that I do. So I came out here today to share my story and to let people know what I'm going through. And this could happen. It could happen to anybody, just to let you know, unless if you're one of them. That's one thing. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna say thank you for everybody that came. I hope you share this with other people, because guess what? I keep hearing people dying, people falling of heart attack. Guess what? People that I mention in my house here as maybe my supporters or people that have good relationship with me, like a few of them died. Right after I mentioned them, by like 2 weeks to like less than a month, they died. So opposition, they're not good people. No matter who, opposition are not freaking good people. Edward Acheg is not a good person. Yen Matthew is not a good person. And all of them out there, they're not freaking good people. They are even worse than the government than we have today. We don't have a good chance for a good government anytime soon. And as if you guys notice in Africa, basically, let's start from Sudan, our country. Like when did it happen? When did it, like a new government become better than the old one? Like when did that ever happen? It never happened. Every single time, starting from when I was freaking young, every single time the government being replaced by a new one, the new one is always worse than the old one, all the way to till now. And unless if things are going to change in the future, but as long as the previous government always is being replaced with the worst one. So if you want to know if you want to see any future, like peek into the future, if you wonder if South Sudan is going to be any better, no, it's not. Because why? Those Edward Acheg and other people are killing people before they even have the authorities, the actual, being officially South Sudan government officials or something like that. They're killing people way before they have power to be like the actual leaders of the country. All the opposition, they working together to eliminate people like myself. So that is the future of South Sudan. Those are the future of, the leaders of South Sudan. And nothing is good about them. They're all cold-blooded murderers. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. And like I said, from now on, I am freaking not going to stop talking. I'm going to share every freaking story that I know about them. And if they want to kill me, they can freaking go ahead and fucking kill me. I don't care. But since I've been quiet for so long and I haven't shared my stories, and I'm going to mention every single one of them. And those unknown gunmen should be not called unknown gunmen no more, because we freaking know them one by one, especially the one in America. They've been so cocky about it. They've been so like enjoying their life, doing what they do, acting like they're gods. Like basically those people are acting like gods. So I'm gonna stop right here. And like I said, I will come back and I will share my story. And everybody have to know that those opposition out here in social media in America, all of them are bad people, even worse than the government in South Sudan. Because government in South Sudan don't come all the way to America and kill people. It's the opposition. So each one of you should be asking themselves, why is South Sudanese kids keep getting missing and then found dead later? Who's killing those kids? That's a good question. Everybody should ask themselves, why are those kids dying? Why are those kids disappearing and being found on the street dead later, like 2 months later? Who are killing those people? It's so upsetting. So I'm gonna stop here and I'll come back whenever to share more of my story, and I'm not gonna stop because someone told me like those people are not gonna stop pursuing you. So if they're not gonna stop pursuing me, I should not even be scared to come out because no matter what I do, they're coming after me. So I'll stop here and thank you for everybody that came here. Thanks, bye.